The invisible wall blocks the way, as usual. I'm starting to feel really anxious, but I can't let it show. I know that it would make Miss President here worry. We're making progress slowly but surely. I have to keep trusting that we'll get there.
I really like this school.
So you've said. That was unexpected. Who likes schools?
Well, I'm not surprised, since you ran for student council president. Good job winning that, by the way. Oh yeah, what's your name?
Wow, leave it to Yosuke to ask a girl out before even getting her name.
My name?
I mean, I can't call you Miss President forever, right?
What's stopping you?
I guess your name was on the posters around school during elections, but I tend to ignore those. No offense.
She clams up, so I try to get her to open up a little more, but what she says next takes me by surprise.
My name? I don't know.
Huh?
I can't remember it at all. I've been trying all this time, but I can't even remember what I was doing before now. Same goes for my name. I completely forgot that I must have a real name too, until you asked me about it. That ain't normal, is it? I wonder why that's happening to me.
It's probably because you've been in here for a long time. You've seen a bunch of other weird things in here, right?
Well, now that I think about it, the victims who were dropped into this world had scrambled memories with bits and chunks missing. So it's definitely possible that she can't remember her name.
Oh. You mean like those persona and shadow things? What are those?
She seems really upset about this. I bet that's only putting more pressure on her. She's seen a lot. Maybe an explanation would help her calm down a little. I decide to answer every question she has, one at a time.
Well, a shadow is another side of you. It's what you're not conscious of. Or more like the feelings you didn't want to admit you had. Everyone has a side like that. An ugly part of themselves. And most people hate to admit it exists. But if you accept it, it becomes a persona. A power that can protect you.
So you have to accept yourself.
I went through that once. But it seems like my shadow's back. Well, I'll just have to accept it again.
I sure hope that's all I have to do. Of course, I can't say that part out loud. I talked like I was confident, but in reality, I'm really nervous. How can I be smiling when I'm so worried? It's crazy, right? I look at her to try to gauge how she's feeling.
It sounds rough. You think since I can't remember anything, the same's happening to me?
You're too late, Karma. I already made the amnesia joke once today and once last stream.
Don't worry, I'm sure you're just in a little bit of shock right now.
Oh, great. Now I've got her all nervous, too. Trying to cheer her up, I try to play up the good parts.
You remember that you're the student council president, right? I'm sure you just need a little help to remember everything else.
You think so? You've been a real big help, Yosuke-kun.
My dude is so in there.
Huh? Me? Did I do something?
Mm-hmm. You sure have.
She finally smiles. It's only a little one, but it's there. Huh? Is this really the first time I've seen her smile? Man, she is really cute. I start to get embarrassed about having faked asking her out on a date, and my feet speed up. Crap, now I'm literally running away from her. Talk about chicken-hearted, chicken-hearted. Finally, and I do mean finally, we stand in front of the announcement room. Miss President and I exchange a glance. Then I summon all my courage and throw the door open. There's even a poster of General Teddy on the wall. There are two of them. That's so funny. I'm expecting to see the fake Teddy, or should I say my shadow, in the room. Huh? Rize's the only one in here.
Yosuke-senpai!
Are you alright? Where's the shadow?
You mean the fake Teddy? He hasn't come back at all. I sense this weird presence, but I don't know what it is.
Rize looks around nervously. I look around too. I haven't been in the announcement room that often, but I can tell that this isn't anything like the real one. The room is huge with monitors everywhere. Not to mention the giant window taking up an entire wall with a crazy view outside. Yeah, this is Crazy Town, all right. But what's this weird presence that Rize's talking about?
What are you freaking out about? This is your chance to save a pretty girl and become a hero, right, Yosuke? Huh?
That's Yosuke-kun's voice.
I slowly turn in the voice's direction. There was no one there a second ago, but now suddenly there is. And he has my face. His inhuman gold eyes narrow in a taunting way. Haha, looks like I was right.
Hey there, Yosuke.
Hey, Yosuke, how's it going?
Yosuke-senpai's shadow?
Man, this isn't getting any easier. But at least I can confront him without freaking out like I did last year.
I thought you merged back with me. I'll come out anytime you start ignoring me. I'm always watching you. I am you after all.
This is a shadow?
Yeah, that's right. You're me. You're the weakness in my heart. I admit it. Now get back here.
I blurted out before I have time to get second thoughts. This should do it. Then the shadow starts laughing instead.
Not bad, but that's exactly what I mean by ignoring me. You haven't changed at all since then. You just cover up whatever you don't want to see and paper over it. That's why I've returned. I'm not your persona anymore. Don't tell me.
Hold on a sec, does that mean? Forget logic, it's faster just to try it.
Jiraiya!
My nervous voice fills the announcement room and that's it. My persona Jiraiya doesn't appear. We were just using Jiraiya a room ago. Instead, the shadow begins laughing even harder.
No way.
So you really are?
To be honest, I was still doubtful. I had hoped that he wasn't my shadow. I mean, of course I didn't want to believe I was the cause of this Grand Prix mess, let alone admit that I was actually enjoying it. My shadow's right. All I was doing was ignoring the problem. My fists clench, my knees lock, and my entire body shakes.
Is this because I was weak? Is that why everyone got dragged into it? Yep.
Yep, sure enough.
Because I wanted a crisis to solve again. Because the case ended and I was bored? You got it. I'm sure you understand without me having to tell you. I couldn't save Saki-senpai. I didn't want to ever lose someone again, but I still wished for this.
I was proud that Inaba was peaceful, and I thought that I could finally be proud of putting Saki-senpai's death behind me. And yet, was I really faking all of that? In the end, am I just a loser who puts his own boredom over the death of a loved one?
Senpai.
Well, you know, if you're like really bored. I could hear the quivering in Rize's voice. No, this isn't true. Don't look at me. This isn't me.
It was all your desire. Trust me, I know. I am you after all.
Yosuke, please don't. I could feel myself ready to fall to my knees. I can't use my persona anymore. Please don't say the words. I thought I had changed, but now I've literally lost everything. I have to accept it. My mind knew what to do, but my heart still raged against it. Even before I knew what I was saying, the words were flying from my mouth. Here we go again!
You're not.
No, Senpai, look at me.
I lift my eyes to look at Rize. There she was, with Miss President standing next to her. It was tough seeing the looks on their faces. I look away quickly, but Rize scolds me.
No matter what weaknesses you might have, we'll never stop liking you. So please, don't deny who you are.
Why'd you have to get in the way?
Here, I finally got in touch with the others. Listen to them.
Oh my goodness, this actually feels like an end of a game. It's the moment where the persona protagonist gets the power of friendship and then, like, saves the day. Rize closes her eyes and folds her hands as if in prayer. I see the elegant shape of her persona appear behind her. Isn't Rize's persona like a giant telescope? I mean, it's like a woman body with a telescope for a head. It's been a while since I've seen it. At that instant, voices pour into my head. These are...
Moron, what are you saying? Who do you think we are?
Yosuke-kun, we heard everything, but there's nothing for you to be afraid of.
I don't really get what's going on, but if it's gonna keep showing up, you just gotta beat the crap out of it every time.
My man, Kanji, let's go! Kanji, my boy!
We're all with you, Yosuke. You can rely on me too, you know.
Anyone can fall prey to the same troubles and insecurities. It's not just you, Senpai. It's true for all of us.
Also, Naoto's here. Everyone. My vision suddenly clears. I hadn't even realized that I was squeezing my eyes shut. Dude, I can't talk today.
Huh? Naoto? How come you're here?
Yeah, you weren't a part of this.
That's well...
Who cares why? There's more important stuff at stake here.
And after Chie, the clearest voice of all. What was that bit with Naoto?
You won the battle against yourself back then, but you can't do it this time? Yosuke, believe in us.
When I hear my partner's voice, I draw a ragged breath. I catch myself and inhale deeply, not noticing until now just how much I had tensed up in the last few minutes. Rize, the bringer of these voices, turns to me. From the smile on her face, I know what she expects. I know that she expects me to feel better now. And even though she has to be scared right now, she cares enough to smile for me when I'm feeling down. That's right. I finally realized the simplest truth. The biggest difference between the person I was last year and the person I am now. Now I have the power of anime friendship! Even when I doubt myself. How could I not believe in myself? How could I be too weak to stand up? They're all believing in me. I'm not alone. Not anymore.
I'm such an idiot, aren't I? A grade A moron.
I raise my head and look straight at my shadow. Any trace of the fear I had is completely gone.
I thought I overcame my weakness and I was done with it for good. Dude, how naive was that, right?
What?
I'm weak. I'll probably always be weak. But that doesn't mean I need to run away. I'll keep fighting my weakness. And I'll do it as many times as it takes, even if that never stops.
Dude, I just want to reiterate again, it's been a while since I played Persona 4. So, and this is the first time I played a Persona 4 spin-off in a while either. Like, we played Persona 3, and then we had the Persona 5 Dancing and Persona 5 Scramble spin-offs to play, and then I played Persona 3 Dancing as well. I haven't played Persona 4 Dancing yet. So it's been a while since I've gotten to interact with, like, the Persona 4 cast at all. Because we also haven't played the Q games. But dude, I love Yosuke. He is one of the best characters Persona has put out, bar none. Like, absolute top 5, if not top 3 characters in Persona for me. I love Yosuke. His storyline and, like, his growth as a character and, like, where he comes from and, like, what he has to overcome is just so good and well written to me. I absolutely adore it. My heart is calm. I was conflicted just a moment ago, but now everything has been made clear. They believe in me. And knowing that, I feel their faith in me pushing me forward. I can feel the power surging in me. The force filling my spirit causes me to shout out!
Come, Persona!
That's a pretty quiet shout. Oh, we're fighting Shadow Us. Okay. No Persona 3 characters in Yosuke's story? Interesting.
Finally.
What is this, like, tan suit you're wearing, evil me? Neat black hair. Yo, calm down, calm down.
Here goes.
Wah! I'm trying to remember, like, how I do combos, and I don't. Ow.
Just getting started. Here we go.
Hey, I don't like being in this corner. Oh, I did the all-out attack. I don't remember how to do that. Can I do Braid Blade? Oh, yeah, I can. Do I auto-win? I wasn't at 35% HP. I thought chat said I had to be low on HP for it. Is it actually just you? Wow, you only need the 100 SP? That seems broken. You can do that just anytime you're at 100 SP? That's insane.
You did it, Senpai! That was awesome!
I let Rize's adulation wash over me. But there's something bugging me, something that could be really bad for me.
About my conversation with my shadow. Did you?
I hijacked the school PA system.
I knew it! Everyone had been backing me up because they'd been hearing everything I'd said leading up to it.
Only you saw my shadow last time. Now everyone got to listen in? Ah, so lame.
That's not true. You were really cool, Senpai.
Thanks.
Miss President looks like she's having trouble finding words for this. Man, she's horrified by me. Can't blame her, she was left out of the picture. But well, explaining it to her can wait. I need to do something about my shadow. But when I turn around, my shadow isn't there.
Huh? Where did he go? If he disappears, won't my persona... Wait.
Something's not right. I used my persona during that fight. But my persona's my shadow, so if my shadow left me, how could I have used my persona? As I'm struggling with that, Rize speaks up.
Something's not right.
Her voice is stiff. Did she just think of the same conundrum that I did? No, that's not all. There's an eerie presence all around. Even I can feel it. It must be hitting Rize like a jolt of electricity. I can't let my guard down yet.
Yeah. Rise, Miss President, stay close to...
Right at that moment, the lights go out and darkness covers the room. Darkness within darkness awaits you, Yosuke.
What the hell?
I can't believe you've made it this far. They repeatedly suffered the pain of fighting their friends, but they still didn't lose heart.
The lights come back on. It's evil Teddy. When they do, the fake Teddy is standing there. Why is it looking like that now? Wait, was it the one talking in that weird voice? Fake Teddy ignores me and looks at Miss President.
No one can understand you after all. What a shame.
Who are you?
Then you weren't my shadow?
I want to make people fight. I especially want friends to fight against each other. Then maybe they'll understand how I feel. That was your wish, wasn't it?
What are you saying?
What does it mean this was my wish? And what's with that voice? Wait a minute. It's not talking to me. Then you mean...
Senpai, get back! The shadow's reacting to Miss President! It was really her shadow!
What?
I can feel my brain cracking open like a dropped watermelon! That's Miss President's shadow? It looks like a bear! But it just said it was my shadow. But now that I think about it, this General Teddy has always been hostile to her, ever since we met outside the school. That would explain Rize's voice on the PA system, too. Well, duh. If a normal person's in here long enough, of course her shadow's gonna split away from her. I should have known that. After all, that's exactly what kept happening last year. Miss President just looks so healthy that it never occurred to me. This is just... As if to mock my astonishment, the shadow keeps talking in General Teddy's shape.
I did exactly what you wished. So, how did that work out for you? They still couldn't understand you. No one can really understand how we feel, can they? Come on. How much longer are you gonna keep deceiving yourself? Didn't you hear them say you shouldn't ignore who you are? Here, I'll show you your reality.
With that sound, the enemy finally shows its real form. Oh, it's this animation again that we already saw in Narukami's. Is this literally just the exact same one? Can I skip it? Or will it be slightly different? Orb! It's the Game Sphere from Drake and Josh, the true final enemy! How very magical anime girl of this shadow-killing robot. Hi. She's been Norded!
I am a shadow. The true self.
Your hair looks so much more blue in that cutscene and way more silver in your portrait.
That's my face.
But that's all that's the same. Even though her shadow has the same face, her body is wrapped in metal. Miss President screams at what appears to be something from a sci-fi flick.
Well, you must remember now. No, I'm not like that.
No, Miss President, calm down. A shadow doesn't just take on your appearance. You look like a twisted version of you to agitate you even more.
No!
I tried calming her down, but my words aren't reaching her. She just keeps shaking her head in denial. What's going on here? Shadows are things that exemplify what their originals want to be. I've never heard of them transforming into other people. The shadow sees my confusion and smiles.
It's an illusion.
Huh?
It's an illusion. Isn't that what you thought when you fought your friends? Your senses were being deceived. Warping what you saw. Twisting what you heard.
That's how you made my senpai fight each other. Is that your power?
Not just mine. It's actually our power. Isn't that so? Me.
R? What is she saying?
No. I'm not like you. I'm human.
Miss President crouches down and says the words that are always bad. With that, the shadow smile grows even more menacing and it snaps its fingers again. At that moment, something like TV static flashes across my eyes. I rub my eyes. The static doesn't cover my entire field of view, but slowly begins to focus around Miss President. When it clears, she's changed. Metallic limbs stretch from her uniform. Something metallic like wings unfurl from her back. There's no doubt she's the same as the shadow standing in front of us. She cries out and tries to cover her ears, but when she does, the sound of metal grinding against metal accompanies her movements. I see myself reflected in the shiny metal of her fingers.
Robot?
We get it, she's metal. So that means the shadow isn't some fancy fantasy version. That's her true self. So Miss President was the one trying to look like a human?
No! I'm human! You still believe that about yourself? No human can do that. And you know it.
The shadow points at me and I'm at a loss for words. I look around, but in the end, my eyes meet hers. We both fall silent. In those few seconds, I can feel a deep rift growing between us. This is really gonna make our date later awkward.
Yosuke-kun,
No, don't get me wrong. I was just a little surprised.
I'm human.
Wait, I'm sorry,
Suddenly, there's an explosion so loud I think my eardrums are blown out. For the second time today. The smoke makes me cough and my eyes tear up. I manage to focus and see a hole in the wall. I can barely see through the smoke, but I can see the hallway on the other side. Eventually, the smoke clears and a shape steps through the hole.
What the? I didn't sense anything until now.
Madrid! Aegis, where are the other Persona 3 characters? I know that a lot of people love you a lot, but I think you're just okay. I want to see the other ones. It was a girl. Blonde hair, blue crystal-like eyes. But there are metallic sounds as she walks.
So
Yeah,
this
she's
is where you were.
she's clearly another robot.
Another robot girl?
It's another girl with a mechanical body, just like the Shadow and Miss President. She looks at the trembling president and calls out.
You must remember, that is the only way the future will open up to you. You must accept it, no matter how painful it may be. Your true name is 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris.
That is such a mouthful. Labris. Weapon. What? What is going on? To be continued again!